interrupted the U.S. speaker with a fierce speech.
Indian politicians, especially those affiliated with the BJP, also use Aurangzeb and his alleged atrocities as a dog whistle to signal their acceptance of hating present-day Indian Muslims.
And it's interesting that you people from the United States, when you have so much muck behind your back, from the wiping out of the entire race of Native Americans, and you Europeans having wiped out almost more than half of world's population across from Australia in Africa to America, now just putting your neck deep into other people's history and also not being scientific about it, actually. For example, you said you estimated 15 temples or a dozen or something like that. Have you done a scientific survey, archaeological survey of every site possible which has already been dug out or not? And this is, can a descendant of a genocidal people sit as a judge? Is that moral or fair? Yes, that nation stands on the dead bodies of Native Americans. What right does she have to come here and poke her nose into our history? No, what? Be fair, be fair, be fair, be fair. Is this justice? Is this morality? Is this ethics? In today's density population count, it's 21 billion people that's been wiped out of the earth by your country.
And India.
You can do whatever you want, bring all your pala pala. You will not build on Mauna Kea. The die was cast more than 2 years ago. One call, 36 came to be arrested just of the elders, and 10,000. You think we will continue to allow this? We worship there. The EVs of our kupuna are buried there. We have tolerated commercial science to the point that they continue the desecration. Did you know that we are the ones organizing with Sierra Club to remove 13 tons of trash? Because for years, for the first 20 years of Mauna Kea, the telescope operators wouldn't pay for trash removal, and the county wouldn't go to Mauna Kea. So they left all their trash out for the winds to blow down the Mauna. We cleaned it up with Sierra Club, not commercial science. Mark my words, you will not build on Mauna Kea. We have said it for 50 years. Go back to the lawsuit filed by my office in 2002. At that point, the pleadings say 30 years. Listen to what we are saying. We have tolerated it to the point where our kupuna will be arrested and thousands will come. You will not persevere. You will not build Mauna Kea. Spend all the money you want. If we have to go, we will return. 3 kupunas die, I promise you. The next time we go to the road, there will be 100 to replace each one of them. Don't call our bluff. And the last thing is this. You come here, you do this, you give me a choice, put it on our sacred mountain, or take it to the sacred places of the indigenous peoples of the Canary Islands. No, no, you will not build here, and no Hawaiian will support what you are saying, that you wish to go to the lands of other indigenous peoples. We do not support that.
All the compass pointed to north. You know, because scientists said the Earth has 2 magnetic poles. That's why all the compass pointed to north. That is a lie. That is a mistake. Do not read and believe. All the science you learned in school, in college, 99%, especially after the 19th century, is all lies, all scientific lies. The Earth magnetic field, we use God's meter to measure around. Around the equator is about 0.2 gauss. Around the poles is about 0.6 gauss. And there's no magnetic poles. You know, magnetic field is decay at a distance cube. 0.2 gauss at the equator. At the poles that far away, few thousand miles away. How strong will be the magnetic poles? How come we measure only 0.6 gauss? You know, a toy magnet is dozens gausses. Any toy magnet, 100 gausses, a dozen gausses, a few dozen gausses. Earth's magnetic force is very, very weak. Why compass point to the north? I tell you why. The sunlight circling the earth westward induced a current, a weak current, westward current in the atmosphere. That sunlight induced the current, induced all the compass pointed to north. Also, this current in the atmosphere accelerated to the poles to produce polar light. Scientists tell you the polar light is because solar wind heat atmosphere produce polar light. It's light. It's all light. Scientists said Earth has magnetic poles and has a magnetosphere extended to its space to protect the Earth from solar wind. It's all light. There's no solar wind. Earth has no magnetosphere. What is magnetosphere? How come all the magnets have no magnetosphere? What is magnetosphere? It's a water puzzle scientists created to create their support their false theory. There's no solar wind. There's no electron proton captured in the space become van and back. It's all scientific lies. NASA never sent anything into space. It's all lies. They use the van and back solar wind to support their lies. Wake up, people. Nothing in space. No solar wind. No magnetosphere. And the Earth has no magnetic poles. All the compass point to north is because the circulating sunlight.
Most, yes, we're changing the world order. Okay, throughout history, there's a fight for power. So there's a war, and then the winners come out of that war, and the winners set the rules. And so, 1945, the United States had 80% of the world's money. Gold was money at the time. It had half the world's GDP. It had a monopoly on military power. So the U.S. set the world order. That's why the United Nations is in New York. Washington, D.C. has the IMF and the World Bank.
And its currency became the reserve currency.
And its currency became the reserve currency because of that. Yes, we're changing.
Come and meet your president. You'll see Tony Blair come and meet your president. You'll see Macron come and meet your president. You'll see all of them. And then they will never admit, but they'll be told, if you want money in agriculture, behave this way. If you want money in this area, behave this way. They will never tell that to the Chinese. They will never tell that to the Indians. They will never tell that to the Vietnamese. They will never tell that to the Koreans. But in Africa, they tell us. That is why, as I speak to you now, under this new scramble, the IMF and the World Bank are back. Telling you who to hire in your universities, what to sell and what not to sell. It is a sad situation. So today, as I look at Africa in that new scramble, the Chinese are here. The Turks are here. The British are here. The French are here. The Qataris are here. The Americans are here. This time round, they are so subtle that we don't even recognize them, but they control us. What are we going to do about it? In order to develop, we must do something.
this. The biggest drug cartels in the world get together and buy up all the media and all the politicians and force all the people in the world to stay locked in their homes. And people can only come out if they take the cartel's drugs and keep taking them over and over. I threw the script away. I mean, who is going to believe that crazy idea? The movie goes like this.
You don't know what the Illuminati is. If you're Republican or you're Democrat, you're wrong. Why? It's this easy. It's called divide and conquer. That's why there's two parties and only two. And they're controlled by the same people at the very top who belong to the Council on Foreign Relations, the Bilderberger Group. They also belong to the Trilateral Commission, and you people don't even know what the hell that is. But if you did know, you would know that these are the people that control your world by making global policies that you never vote on, and by which parties both serve and belong to these organizations and control your world. Now, here's how it works. Really easy. Divide and conquer can only work if the people that are divided are not aware of the falsely created division. If you're not aware of it, then it works. If you know about it, then it don't work no more. If you have socialism without capitalism, it becomes communism. Politics, you think you understand political parties?